and troubles in the air. Oh my Lord, the light is going down and the week is here. Save my soul. Who's on with me? Who's on with me?
Hey, what color uniforms you wearing?
Always on the fucking job. Started like a paramount. Hands betting on me is the right. Reds even in the fucking crisis. I'm never on some switch side shit. I switch gears to the night shit.
I got all white.
God talks to me aside, but I hear him every time, man. Sex is good hell, but you're not a bounce back. We're comparing money, but not a ghost. That's what's real when they hit them. Since they took a hell, but you're not a bounce back. I'm a broke as hell, catch the check about 8X every week. I bounce back. You a real money, you know how to bounce back. Look, I woke up in beast mode with my girl that's beauty in the beast mode. Bitch, I got these niggas sleep. They out there stand up for me and I respect my you look at my glory, I'ma drop down and get gory. I did everything in Silvery, hella drama, my life story. Face of a must have seen I kept growing. I knew that this life was meant for me. Niggas change, I'm more than whistle. Come around, I whistle. Never like I'm on the limit, still I kill a scene like I'm dancing. Crazy, let me take a strip up, nigga. I don't have but I act up. Pimpin' bad like the lunch packed up. Back up. Nigga, I'ma need like 10 feet. Or get stoned out. I'ma always lose my temper. You knock out the 10 feet. If I lose one, I bounce back like 2, 3, nigga, 4, 5, 6. Rules and court size, nigga, too many seat both sides. Nigga, fuck what you know. Nigga, I'm taking back control. The underdog just turned into the wolf.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. The stakes have been raised here in the wild card round as it's time to win or get an early start on the offseason. It's the Cowboys going up against the Seahawks. And with that, we'll send you up to the Pacific Northwest and Century Link Field in Seattle, home of the 12. We'll welcome in our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Evergreen State and Century Link Field in Seattle, Washington. Tonight, it's the NFC's turn to take center stage as we've got a wild card matchup on tap between the Dallas Cowboys and the Seattle Seahawks. Rawls, the lone man in the backfield. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. It's caught on the left side by Baldwin. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Now that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, here's Wilson. Looking for Baldwin, intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Carr. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Dez Bryant, certainly one of the go-to guys, if not the go-to guy for this offensive unit.
One of the most talked about players in the league, as well as one of the most productive receivers. He attacks the football downfield.
They go to Elliott again. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
What we're seeing from the defense here is a group of guys bearing down, trying to help out their quarterback after he threw an interception. Good stops on the first 2 downs. It brings up a key 3rd down.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. Now Elliott. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. The Seahawks, here's their defensive lineup.
Michael Bennett is one of the best pass-rushing defensive linemen in the game. Normally plays defensive end, but when they go to those nickel packages and he works inside, look out, offensive guards. You've got a problem.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott drops it underneath to Elliott. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve. And that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal. Prescott on 3rd and goal. That's complete right around the 8. Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a yard, and it's 4th.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. And Bailey able to knock it through. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. But it's a night game, a lot of energy in this building. But the visiting team here, they get the ball in the opening drive, and they find a way to at least produce 3.
And things are just getting started, so you can't say that they've taken the momentum totally, but a good start towards seizing it in this game.
And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Here's Thomas Rawls with his first carry. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Just 2 yards to go here on 2nd down for the offense. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Well, not a lot of flash and dash on that play. 2nd and 2, and they hand it to the big man, and he ends up picking up a first down. A little bit of gray area there, though, but I think what they thought, hey, we hand it to him here. If we come back and don't get it, we still got another down to try and pick it up.
So it'll be first down here after the run. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Being chased out left. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it's a second down. And the big boys up front in the trenches, what do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
In the slot on the right is Graham. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. He hits Jermaine Curse. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Simple slant route, and part of a really nice hard throw by the quarterback.
Nice timing between the quarterback and the receiver. They were perfectly in sync, and he put it right on him on the inside route.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. First down, this is Rawls. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Offense readies for a 2nd and 1. Shift together here from the D-line. Rawls, the lone man in the backfield. He'll get the football here. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now Wilson on 2nd down. It's caught. Lockett. And he gets it down to the 32. It goes as a gain of 8 and moves the chains. And this time they go underneath for a simple pitch and catch.
And not only do you get the pitch and catch, Brandon, but you're able to keep the receiver moving when you hit him with the drag route.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Now Wilson on 1st down. It's complete to Lockett. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 12 yards on the pickup, and it's good enough for a Seattle first.
This offense is in rhythm now, just accumulating first downs and moving the ball downfield.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Back to the ground attack. It's Rawls. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Okay, no score on that play. If this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long, you know they trust him with the football.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gault gets the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2. They're in the midst of a nice drive, but facing a 3rd and long here. Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. Play action. It's Wilson. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. And Hauschka's kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he reconsidered here. It'll cost him 10 yards now with a new rule as he's down at the 15-yard line. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done. I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
It'll go as a gain of 12. And that leads to a Dallas first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big time run, big time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. Prescott now on 2nd down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
They have about 5 or 6 plays per game that are shot plays or big plays. You don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did. And they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
A short gain there of just 4. That'll bring up a 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second, it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
So the Cowboys will punt it on 4th down. As on is the veteran Chris Jones to kick it away.
Oh, yes. Yes. Thank you.
Oh, and you just can't do that. 15 yards on the roughing the kicker call.
Absolutely inexcusable. The kicker's in a defenseless position. He just gets taken out.
They come out here in the eye. Now back to the ground with Elliott. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 10 there. And it'll be a Dallas first down.
Well, they're certainly running the ball pretty well on this drive, and all I remember as a secondary guy was if you're making a lot of tackles in a game, that's usually not good for your defense. You've got to figure out how to keep things in front of you because you know there's 3 levels, defensive line, linebackers, and into the secondary. And if the 3rd level is leading your team in tackles, as a general rule, things aren't going so well for your defense.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Bryant, the lone receiver, left. On 3rd and 1, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dez Bryant from 8 yards out, and the Cowboys have taken the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas,
yeah,
right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield and giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. It's caught on the left side by Baldwin. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Now it's 2nd and 7. Wilson again to Rawls. And he is swallowed up right on the line of scrimmage. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. And
Good
incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. And now here come the Cowboys.
I just want to know.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Bryant, the lone receiver, left. Looking to throw. Prescott. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Dez Bryant, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
West side, nigga.
Incomplete pass on second down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on third. On third down, it's Prescott. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. It's the quarterback, Richard Sherman. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. And out now come the Seahawks. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They find some open field here. And he is in for a Seattle touchdown. Thomas rolls 30 yards. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but the big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield. And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball, too, right? Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
A tie ball game here as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Defense in a good spot. Let's see how the offense responds with a 2nd and 13 now. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. Big boys down there in the trenches, and a nice play to stop them cold. Nothing there.
Yeah, when you talk about big boys, you're talking about those defensive tackles, those nose tackles. They're not just big, they're immense. And what a big-time play there.
3rd and long for Prescott. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. Back deep, Jakeem Grant. This is brought in at the 21. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. On 1st down, Wilson. And Graham's got it over the middle. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. So holding by the offense, and maybe now got to shift up what you want to do on the playbook.
Yeah, definitely. Change what you're doing in the playbook, but boy, the advantage shifts to the guys on defense, doesn't it? Longer yardage situations, they often become bolder.
They'll come out in the pistol. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
And they needed this second, so welcome to my boat.
In the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. Rawls, the lone man in the backfield. Off the play fake to Rawls. Wilson. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham.
Not caught there.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense.
What's up, Papa?
It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They get the completed pass, but still have more to go here on third down. They come out here in the I. They run with a power back. Rawls.
Finish.
And good
Come
penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. And Mike Tomlin going to roll up the sleeves here and say, let's go for it on 4th. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And they'll try and burn some clock with a sneak. They'll get a couple yards on that one. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks.
4th and 1. I don't think Wild Horses could have dragged that quarterback off the field. He was motioning to go for it from the start. And sure enough, it's the ground game that gets him the first down.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. This time Wilson will throw. Wilson gets loose. It's out, fumble.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
It's caught.
Nope. Oh, he caught that?
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So there on that play, offensively, they were in the crossing. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. So as they take it over, we step aside. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. Now flags come in before the kick. Clearly there was contact. Who was at fault? So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. He made his first attempt. This from 45. And Hauschka's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we send you cross-country to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando with our halftime report. Here's Larry Ridley. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. So spinning away. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean.
Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance.
We'll take it.
Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 77 yards. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly.
Big time jaunt all the way to the end zone. And he puts it through.
What you gotta say now?
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And last year that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee. And that's at the 25. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the third. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
They're calling a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
I don't care how many times you tell the story, it never loses its luster for me. Doug Baldwin, undrafted out of Stanford, and plays like a #1 receiver should in the NFL. I don't care how you cover him. I don't care that his size isn't great. He's the one that typically comes up with the football.
Absolutely. His roots go all the way back to Gulf Breeze, Florida, where he's from, right on the water near Pensacola, and then, of course, to Stanford, and, boy, he's been good. And a cut to the left sideline. There goes Thomas Rolls. And all the way in, touchdown, Seattle. Thomas Rolls, his second touchdown of the night. And the Seahawks have once again taken the lead. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead.
Huh?
What a terrific job
Pour
by
that
him.
out.
He is
I'm gonna
carrying
give
the
you some
ball
more.
and simply saying, I
Okay, I'm gonna
want
give you
to
some more. Hold on.
win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here's the Dallas offense
in the
now
same,
heading
to be honest
back out onto the field.
They just show
And
you
they
more,
hit the
like,
home run last drive. One
as
play
far as
on the
niggas,
ground, all the way to the house. Now the
like, if niggas
defense
really
maybe
using your shit.
expecting a run
That's
here.
pretty much all the
I
updates
love
for
your
me.
description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play.
Fuck
Or
that run. That
something
shit
in
just
the
pissed me
air,
off.
deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
He's got a man.
Let's go.
Complete.
Ball.
And he's taken down, but not before getting this across.
Get back on the ball,
midfield,
y'all.
Just shy of the 40. Now, they've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
Second down following the run. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Prescott now on second down. Out left side here to Bryant. And he's going to be out
throw the flag,
of
ref,
bounds
throw the
down
flag.
inside the 20. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Second down, Prescott. That's complete right around the 8. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Get up in here.
Score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dak Prescott with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Cowboys have once again taken the lead. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Black girl gold digging. Let's see how far I get you.
Stop that fucking run. I can't even run it.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Game plan for that.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
Girls are spoiled. Black girls handle this business.
The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect.
What up?
They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
Hold on,
And for one of the first times...
All right, let's go.
Tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
Watch the screen.
It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. On second down, Wilson. It's caught on the left side by Baldwin.
What they do?
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Yeah, like another spot. Nigga, you crazy as a motherfucker.
1st and 10.
Wait, you can't. They both the same hours.
They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end.
Screen.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson.
Pick. Let's go. Come on. Give me my fucking money.
Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Damn.
Man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. They come out here in the I. On 2nd down, Rawls.
This shit. Where do you feel that hole?
45 up to about the 46-yard line. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now
Come on,
left
y'all.
with 3rd and
Get
6.
this stop right here.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
So following the run, we'll see what they do here on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Wilson.
No, sir. No, sir. I'm on it. Let's go.
And that drop will cause a little bit of angst for the play caller because you know they've worked all week game planning and flexing the tight end out and making him a matchup issue for the defense.
Basic crossing route.
They have what they wanted, and he drops the ball.
Yeah, just couldn't hang on to the slant.
Let's go 6, y'all. He might try to fake some shit.
On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And now a high kick trying to pin him back. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Yeah, man, y'all. Get him, Cole.
And Beasley with it over the middle. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
6 yards to go here on 2nd down.
Oh, 2, y'all.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he'll get to the 29-yard line.
Run that
down there. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. 1st level defensive line, 2nd level linebackers, 3rd level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a 1st level run. It was stopped by a 2nd level player.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott firing quickly.
Let's go.
It's complete. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there.
You gotta get out of it.
And they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And 3 yards there takes
him to 45. Right over the top of him.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now they're not doing that, and that really chips away at your confidence.
You gotta know your Madden defense, my nigga. That shit was just snatched as soon as I tried to throw that motherfucker.
Prescott now on 2nd down.
Come on, Cole. Hold your fucking block.
A losing yard, and it brings up 3rd.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Cole Beasley, the intended target. And that brings up 4th down.
All right, let's go ahead and try and get into the body and the mind of the linebackers. Yeah, I know they're bigger and stronger than I ever was, but in this situation, they understood what was going on as much as the offensive guys. Because the offense guys are always taught, find the 1st down sticks and make the play. Well, on defense, what do you want to do? Guard the 1st down line. Make sure they don't get there and tackle them in front. They were able to drop in their zone coverage, figure out where the 1st down line was, and end up making the play, swatting it away so they couldn't get the completion.
And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. Throwing now, Wilson on first down.
Let's go. Come on, Carr.
It would have been his
I'm setting you up for that bullshit. Come on.
Second down.
I was talking with a coach recently who told me he's got this really athletic quarterback who thinks that no matter what he does athletically, it can overcome bad decision-making. There's an example where that doesn't happen very often.
Yeah, you talk about getting away with one. That should have been picked off.
Yeah, no doubt about it. He's got a little
That's my fault.
right now.
I moved my nigga.
They weren't able to hold it in.
My fault like a mother.
Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. On first down, Wilson. Baldwin with it over the middle. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
I really don't know where to go with this one. He caught the pass, but in the opposite direction towards his own end zone. That's not one you get every game.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Wilson. Nowhere
Let's
to
go.
escape, and he goes down.
Oh, come on, Gregory.
Got the hand
Fuck.
caught up in the grill of the face mask. 15-yard penalty.
So tough for a defender. You're trying so hard to make a play, and the way that these offensive guys can move around, sometimes your hand gets into the wrong place.
Right.
Following the penalty, it's Rawls.
Oh, that nigga
Break
was
one
hard.
tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. So this brings up a 2nd and 2. They go again with Rawls.
There we go.
And this one goes nowhere.
There we go.
Losing yardage on the play back in the 46. It's a loss of 2, and
Stop.
3rd down.
Stop.
He's had a big game tonight, and while no one's going to be overly concerned about that last play, you also know that the offense coordinator does not want to see that happen again. They want to get back to doing what they've been doing all game long.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They're going to run this with a tight end. First down here at about the 40. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Good solid gain on first down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
They come out here in the eye. Pitch goes to Rawls. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They'll run for it now.
Let's go.
Reese. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down
Papa,
because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on 1 run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Stop. Don't touch my controller.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th
Let's go.
down.
Let's go. Let's go.
The
Let's
Seahawks
go.
go for it but can't convert. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an
You see that shit?
protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. Calling a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Here, fuck your mama.
So it is 3rd down now, but less than a yard to go. Play clock winding down. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on here to punt it away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and now look at him go. The 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Jermaine Kearse, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks have taken the lead
shut up.
in the 4th.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle.
Oh, Nitty, grab me.
as
You about to
soon as
unplug
the guy
that shit.
catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score.
Straight up in my face.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit and try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
So this offense really needs to make something happen here late in the 4th with the football. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this.
Hey, what do you want?
And the D-line pitching together must be expecting the run. They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. The tackle was made by Michael Bennett. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. He'll look to throw.
Oh.
Incomplete.
On 3rd and 1, I think everyone in the stadium thought they'd try and run the football there, but they tried to surprise the defense and hit something through the air. Instead, it results in an incompletion.
That's why they smile in your face.
Game on the line, season on the line. They're going for it here on 4th down. They come out here in the I. They'll run it with Elliott. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down.
I tell you, on 4th and
Oh,
1,
the
when you're
field goal,
way
y'all.
back on
Come
your
on.
side of the field, I thought this might just be an attempt to draw them off and get the first down that
Burn
way.
it.
But they were going for it the whole time, and they wind up getting it.
Yeah, this nigga over there just whining like a motherfucker.
They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, oh,
Yeah,
a crusher there.
fuck.
It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they
Dude.
take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Dude.
The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. They have the 3-point lead. Defense did their job. Now, late game, although it looks good, you know the coaches, they haven't counted this as a victory yet.
I agree with you totally.
And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Wilson wants to throw it. And left side here, it's Graham. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And ready for 3rd and 6. In the slot on the right is Graham. Wilson to throw. And able to find Graham. Complete. A gain of 11 and a first down. And a good call. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee. They go down to a knee, and that will do it. They are moving on here in the playoffs. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Seahawks here as we say so long from Seattle.
Turn up. I'm breaking in. I'm at the pearly gates, but they won't let it in. I told the devil, I said, I ain't trying to sin, yeah. No, I ain't trying to sin, yeah. Pray to the Lord, Daddy, let me in. I'm breaking in.
Yeah, I've been killing it. Yeah, I've been hard in the paint, not a single assist. Yeah, I've been flicking that wrist. Yeah, I've been now they with this. Yeah, I've been killing it. Yeah, I've been hard in the paint, not a single assist. Yeah, I've been flicking that wrist. Yeah, I've been now they with this. Yeah, I've been killing that. Yeah, I've been flicking that wrist. Yeah, I've been killing that, flicking that wrist. Yeah, I've been killing that. Yeah, I've been hard in the paint, not a single assist. Yeah, I've been flicking that wrist, flicking that wrist. Let me tell you about the young man. Matter of fact, I'ma let Push tell that. Take it by the old man. Had to change her heart and then fell back. Old man lived a long life. Walked around with a long way. Like Jesus, that Colombiana. That's mere models like. Yeah. Look at the flick of that wrist. I'm feeling like Leonardo. Let me paint the picture. I might need a bottle. On the road to success, I can fit a throttle. That Michelangelo, hundreds in the envelope. Type when I write. And that old man had to change her heart. Wish he knew it back from the start. Like, looked around, seen his wife on the military all over the whole compound. Soon as he seen it, I swear it, I mean it, my man was gone quicker than dominoes. He in jail, everyone falling like dominoes. Yeah, I've been killing it. Yeah, I've been hard in the paint, not a single assist. Yeah, I've been flicking that wrist. Yeah, I've been now they with this. Yeah, I've been killing it. Yeah, I've been hard in the paint, not a single assist. Yeah, I've been flicking that wrist. Yeah, I've been now they with this. Yeah, I've been killing that. Yeah, I've been flicking that wrist. Yeah, I've been killing that, flicking that wrist. Yeah, I've been killing that. Yeah, I've been hard in the paint, not a single assist. Yeah, I've been flicking that wrist, flicking that wrist.
Logic, clockwise, counterclockwise, realest in the top 5. Other 4 ain't rapping. I'm just rapping for the side. Yeah, that's coastlines, Panama for the boat rides. Worth billions, and we ain't even need showtime. Just money counters and kitchenware. Condo with a in there. We got rich in there. Been a trophy since Hawaiian Sophie. Curry over Kobe. We shooting. Splash Brothers with the add in soap. Good fellas to my Aureliotis. Shades of blue, I bet you. Let the sky fall, let it rain on you.
Yeah, I've been killing it. Yeah, I've been hard in the paint, not a single assist. Yeah, I've been flicking that wrist. Yeah, I've been now they with this. Yeah, I've been killing it. Yeah, I've been hard in the paint, not a single assist. Yeah, I've been flicking that wrist. Yeah, I've been now they with this. Yeah, I've been killing that. Yeah, I've been flicking that wrist. Yeah, I've been killing that, flicking that wrist. Yeah, I've been killing that. Yeah, I've been hard in the paint, not a single assist. Yeah, I've been flicking that wrist, flicking that wrist.